Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are here after a weekend full of playing Marvel Champions.
You, maybe.
I know. I know it's a great sign that coming into Monday, it helps, side note, that we are going to get to play against Green Goblin for the very first time. But after a full weekend of playing, still wanting to play more, that's how you know you've got a good game on your hands.
It's a pretty good sign. Yeah. Now, we are going to be diving into the Green Goblin scenario pack. We have some cards that we've proxied out, we printed out here. So special thanks to FFG for that. And what we're going to be doing is kind of looking at how this scenario ultimately works. Now, the first question on your mind might be, when is this scenario pack coming out?
I've seen that about 100 times over here in the chat.
We don't know. Nobody knows. There is nothing but non-information or misinformation about the release date. But we can tell you one thing. If you are a subscriber to these scenario packs, it will arrive without any issues and on release day almost all of the time. So that's the key here that is, I think, important to note, is that we don't know. You probably don't know unless you're like way on the inside of the organization. I don't even know if the inside of FFG knows, but if it comes out, when it comes out, you'll get it as a subscriber. So if you're on the fence about that, you don't know when to place your pre-order, any of that, you just want to get the stuff, subscribe, and it'll happen.
And on that note, I've seen people asking questions about what's the release order and whatnot, and so as far as they announced at Gen Con, and this is always subject to change, I assume, but the first thing we're expecting is the Green Goblin scenario pack, and I expect that if it's anything like any of their previous LCGs, I assume they'll want to hit the ground running pretty quickly after the core set. So I expect that pretty soon, and it could happen at any moment. But then that's a scenario pack. There are also hero packs. So the first one of those we're expecting is in basically the release after Green Goblin, which is Captain America, and then Miss Marvel, and the release after that is Wrecking Crew, another scenario pack. But we have hero pack subscriptions, scenario pack subscriptions, and campaign subscriptions for all the major product types they have released so far, and that's one way just to automatically get it all without any fuss.
And 83 Galactic, yes, we're telling you should subscribe. That is straight up. It's the best thing in the industry. I swear to you. It is the best service. There's nothing better for LCGs. I will put my money and my life on that.
Wow.
Maybe not my life, because like that's very precious.
I think you'd probably go there.
Maybe if I had to. So I'm going to be using, check this out. So you have the strategy guide. If you have seen that, if you ordered the core set through us, then that strategy guide has some deck lists in it. And one of those deck lists is one that I really love because it's insane. And that is the Captain Marvel Protection deck list, which is basically, can you take one card in Captain Marvel, which is Captain Marvel's helmet, and have her basically be a defender because she goes to 4 defense with helmet and armored vest, even with her 1 natural defense. So I'm going to be playing Captain Marvel Protection and putting that deck on the line because I like goofy stuff, and that's a lot of fun for me.
So, funny story about building an entire deck around a single card. This weekend, the crew I was playing with, I was basically letting them pick what heroes and aspects do you want to play first. And it kind of left me in a weird position where I had to play aggression, and then I had a choice between Captain Marvel and Iron Man. So I was like, and side note, just full transparency here. The hero I'm least excited about in the core set to play, like easily, not even close, is Iron Man. Mainly because the whole like build up this big machine and then let it go crazy at the end of the game with all this stuff going on is not necessarily I like Spider-Man. He immediately starts doing stuff from the very first turn of the game. Yeah. But I started looking through the cards, and then I remembered that Hulk was in the aggression card pool. So I was like, well, what would a deck look like if I literally just built the entire thing around Hulk? So I dropped a lot of really good aggression cards.
It's a good start.
And I ran a bunch of neutral cards that I normally would never play.
It's a good start.
And there are basically 2 cards that this whole deck is built around, which is Hulk and Repulsor Blast from Iron Man. And I'll tell you, it was amazing. So one, I played 4-player for the first time and played a lot of it.
What'd you think? Did it scale well?
I thought it was amazing. I saw people there were some people talking about it being a little slow and stuff, but I think part of that was I was playing with people that I love being around. So I wonder
what that must be like.
I know.
Every Monday I come into the stream and I'm like,
I wonder what it would be like if I actually liked the person I'm playing against. But the thing was, there is certainly downtime, but that just allowed for some social interaction, which I very much approved of. And we were playing with everyone was new to the game, basically except me, and people have been watching the streams and stuff. So there's a lot of rules questions and questions going on, but I had a really good time. But the funniest part of this is they kind of pigeonholed me into aggression, and I made them pay for that. I hulked them.
Talk mania.
So in this deck, there's a 50-50 shot of Hulk either doing 1 damage to every character on the table.
Because you got to have lightning for your Iron Man Repulsor Blast.
Yes. Or about 45% chance that he'll get the fist and do 2 extra damage, a physical resource. So he's really good, but like there was a moment where like Tim was playing She-Hulk and she had 1 health left. I was like, let's go Hulk, let's see what happens.
You would only do that because it's Tim. It's only because it's your brother. You wouldn't have done that in any other context. We all know it. Yeah. Everybody out there knows it. There's the brotherly tension.
Lebowski knew it.
You would have loved it if you'd have knocked him off the table secretly.
Yeah. No, it would be great. Like the thing is, even because again, I think part of what I love about this is like I was strictly, and to me, Iron Man Hulk is actually a fun deck idea. Like if it were like Destiny and I get to pick 2 characters, that's probably a team that I want to be able to see. And so they're both just kind of going crazy. Like Hulk doing AoE 1, we're playing as Ultron eventually, and it's like AoE 1's awesome.
That's really
it's like
good.
Whoop, 20 drones are down.
Did you see Hulk reliably?
Yeah.
At least once.
I mean, Tony Stark is a monster at that.
That's true.
He's a good filter. He just cruises through. But I will say, once I had all my armor pieces down and Hulk out and my locations and Pepper Potts out and stuff, I only had like 30 cards in my deck, and then I was playing like because Hulk discards a card and then Repulsor Blast is going.
Was it worth the encounter cards you drew?
Every time.
Okay, good.
Except,
the guide was right.
So we played against every core set villain on expert mode. We started Rhino, beat him, Claw, beat him, got to Ultron.
You must be some really cool gamers.
The thing was,
really smart guys.
It was going very well against Ultron. And then I had one turn where because I was rifling through so fast, I actually stacked 3 encounter cards up. And going to the next round, like it was close, but I felt like we were going to get him. But then the first encounter card, it's like Ultron attacks me.
Oh, great.
And I'd already defended. And then it was like,
yeah.
But then the second one, he attacked us again. He attacked me again, and he knocked me out. And then we lost miserably.
Yeah.
But it was super fun. And so this is a really fun deck. And I was tempted because we're playing against Osborn to play Spider-Man. But I do believe if we have the time, we're going to come back and try him again on expert mode after this first game, in which case I will bring out my Spider-Man deck and have a good time swinging around.
So let's get to it, shall we? This is how, so Green Goblin's a little bit weird, and we're going to be working through it with all of you as well. So Hostile Takeover 1A, it tells us to bring Norman Osborne in as our main villain, and then we're going to put Criminal Enterprise into play, and when it comes into play, it gets 4 infamy counters. So let's do a 3 and a 1 with the generics here. It's so handy. Bless you, bless you.
Sorry.
So handy there on the back of those statuses. Who made that design?
Weird.
So there's 4 infamy counters here, and then if there are ever no infamy counters, this is going to flip over to State of Madness, and then it's going to be the same kind of thing. So it enters play with 4, and then when there's none on it, it will flip back to Criminal Enterprise.
Okay, so this is flipping back and forth from Criminal Enterprise to State of Madness.
And along with that flip is Norman Osborne. He's going to flip into Green Goblin, and then flip back to Norman Osborne. Now, Norman Osborne is going to place infamy counters when he would attack.
Okay, so his attack stat is a star. And so when he attacks, it says place an infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise instead.
And it's when he would attack, so it's a replacement effect.
Yeah, so if you're in hero mode, he goes to attacker, you put a counter here instead.
Put a counter there, yeah. Now, when we attack Norman, we're removing counters here, right? Is that true? What does it say?
I got it. It's a little glare going on.
What does that say?
When Norman Osborne would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from Criminal Enterprise.
All right, so this essentially becomes Norman Osborne's hit points.
Yep. And once we get that to 0,
yes,
he flips over to Goblin.
Flips into Green Goblin. And then Green Goblin is the thing we actually have to do damage to in order to win the game. And so if, however, Green Goblin is scheming, he's going to start building us back up on the infamy counters, flip back to Norman Osborne, and then there we go. So it's basically going to be Green Goblin. We need to put him in Green Goblin form, deal as much damage as possible before he turns back into Norman Osborne, if ever, and then that will advance us to the next stage.
All right.
And we'll see what happens then.
And do you have the scenario set up as well? Did you ready to read that? I must.
Hostile Takeover. Let's go ahead and read that one. Yes, right here. So it says, oh, don't look at that. Norman Osborne holds a board meeting, plotting to take over a branch of Stark Industries. Looks like Stark Industries stock is...
Hey, it's a good thing I'm playing Tony Stark. He's here to defend his honor.
Not doing well. Yeah, that's true. Actually, we planned that entirely, didn't we? This says place 1 per person infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise when it's completed. So whenever the hostile takeover occurs, then discard 1 card from each player's deck for each infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. So this can deck us out pretty good. And we've got to get 14 counters on there. And Zach, I'm doing it. I'm going to reveal something quite special.
I was like, what are you looking for?
I was like, oh, I already got them ready. So we've got some products in the works here, everybody. What's the best place for these camera boys? Here? All right, so there's two separate Green Goblin inspired threat counters here that we'll be releasing at some point when they're ready. One is a glider into pumpkins.
So good.
It looks awesome.
By pumpkins, you also mean pumpkin bombs.
And then one is actually one of my favorite scenes, inspired by some of the early comics when Green Goblin's origin was being established. You have scientists there working over some vials and creating an incredible kind of, I'm looking for something. And then we have the Super Serum here, or the Goblin Serum, or whatever you want to call it. It's got the Oscorp kind of...
It could be any serum.
It could be anything. It's a serum, and of course, the origin story of Green Goblin is that the serum is being worked on, and then it explodes and turns him into Green Goblin. So these two tokens will be released in one standalone set, and that'll be ready as soon as it's ready. We're pretty happy with where these are right now. Maybe one more iteration before we're good to go. You want to flip these
and
over?
Ben Davies here asking the question of all questions. He says, Cosmic Token subscription?
Oh man, maybe so. I mean, yeah, sure. It's a good idea.
We talked about that at some point.
Yeah, we did. It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit hard. It's really not, though, is it? Is it kind of weird, though, if you had a subscription where you could put out anything you wanted and charge people for it?
I mean,
it's like, wouldn't that make us want to put out tokens like every week?
Yes, but more importantly, I think
I guess
it
that's
depends.
not ultimately bad.
It depends on if you're, if it's clear what comes in it. So, like as an example, if there are going to be tokens inspired by the villains that get released eventually, right? It's like you have an expectation for what's coming in that versus like we can release anything at any point.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Well, we'll see how it goes. Basically, maybe we'll do a sub. We've been talking about it for years, doing that.
Yeah.
You've been really keen on it, and I've always pushed back.
Well, you
for
just
no
take
reason.
two of the things that we do, and you mix them, and then
Yeah, but two
voila,
good things mixed
innovation.
together don't always make a
Dude,
a
peanut
great
butter
thing.
and jelly.
But like mayonnaise
pepper.
and bananas, not ideal.
I'm sure someone likes that.
Are we good here, crew?
Someone asked
Can
me
we-
what sleeves we're using. I'm giving the katanas from Ultimate Guard a shot. We actually finally had them in
They're
stock,
great.
so I was buying them this weekend and sleeving them up. They're good so far. I think the main question for me, it's one of the things I loved about Dragon Shield for so long, was how long Dragon Shields lasted.
They last
So
forever.
I need
have
to-
to clean mine. It's like,
I need to play with katanas a lot before I can tell you if they last, 1, 3, 6 years. So in a couple years, I'll tell you what I think.
your rule book is pristine, Zach. This is your actual copy.
Yeah, because I haven't opened it.
All right, we've selected our heroes. Can you run me through the starting sequence since you're an expert now? No, you can't. Who's
I
the
can
first
feel
player?
our way through it.
Who wants to be the first player? It should be me. I get a free draw. I can give you a draw, so maybe that
You're the
would be
first player.
helpful to you.
You want this token?
Yeah, give me that token.
That's a pretty good slide.
Thank you. Captain Marvel is the first player. We did our obligations already into everything. The Nemesis sets are all... Do we have the Nemesis sets? Did I shuffle those in?
Yeah.
Did I shuffle them in?
They're over here.
Okay, you
Sorry.
set them aside. Good.
We have the obligations that are shuffled.
We've got our tokens. We're using the cosmic tokens because we made them. Set the villain's hit points. What are the villain's hit points there? What's that? 14?
I love you trying to see it because it's 14 per player. I got you.
All right, so 28.
I appreciate the mathematical help.
Yeah, I know you need it.
Math is hard.
We've resolved the scheme setup. We've created and shuffled the encounter deck. Now we need to draw cards, resolve mulligans, and resolve setup abilities.
28, you said.
My hand size is 6.
I get to draw? Is that a thing that's happening right now?
Yeah, you get to draw and mulligan. Now, have you figured out the mulligan in this game?
In this deck, I mulligan everything. It's not Hulk or armor.
I guess I should do similar, right? I mean, not directly similar, but...
So like, this is one thing I saw. So it was actually really nice being in the store this weekend with a bunch of people that were new. People are very attached to their cards,
yeah.
and I'm not.
I'm already attached to them.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. So I'm going to mulligan 4, and I'm basically just literally keeping a 2 resource and a piece of armor.
I can't mulligan an energy channel, though. It just hurts. So I'm not going to do it.
You can.
Not doing it.
If you will it, it is no dream.
Counterpunch is gone. Crisis Interdiction is gone. And Emergency is gone. So I'll get 3 new ones. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Dave Whitfield asking what people are doing about the box holders. So I actually was using top loaders. Those work just fine as the card dividers in the core set box.
These?
Yep. I have a sneaking suspicion, I don't know this at all for certain, but I have a suspicion that the packs they release are going to come with dividers. Like it's going to come with a little like larger card that you can slot in. Otherwise, that box is hilarious. Or maybe they'll use that as like organized play.
I think they'll do it.
We'll see. All right, you ready to rumble? You're first. We're back.
All right, so let's talk.
It's been a minute since you played Champions.
Yeah, let's take a moment and talk here. So
you've been writing a book about it, though.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have? Do you feel like you have what you need in your hand right now? Like, are you self-contained? Are you one piece away from just true success?
I have my ability where I get to look at my top 3 and grab another card.
All right, so why don't I get my own card draw?
Sure.
Is that fair?
Yep.
I'm using it.
I have things to do, if that's what you mean.
Okay, now I got to drop a bunch of cards that I like. So let's do, I'm going to play the Avengers Mansion.
Seems good.
Because
notably, there's 0 copies of that card in my deck.
Is that true?
Yeah.
All right, so 1 resource.
See that icon right there? That gets rid of Hulk.
2 resource. Yeah.
Can't
resource,
have that.
4 resource.
All right.
All of my good cards. Because I'm thinking about the future.
As a teammate, I'm happy to hear that.
I'm going to exhaust it to draw a card. And now, do I go all in on my deck concept, or do I do the opposite?
I mean, what are you going to have more fun doing here?
I don't want to discard that energy channel. Oh my gosh.
Just a 0 cost
yeah.
Power Bomb?
Charger.
The Spirit Bomb, as they say?
Yes. There's no way you can give me a card, is there? I'm trying to find this helmet, man.
No, I can't. You'll find it. Probably next turn. I'm trying to find this helmet. Yeah, if you were actually going helmet, I would have done my whole... Oh, did you mulligan your whole hand?
No, but it's totally fine. I mean, it's going to be a couple of turns. So I'm going to burn some cards then. So I'm going to play Cosmic Flight and burn a Luke Cage and an energy channel. And then...
Oh, that's really good with the helmet.
Yeah.
You got to have your flight.
Now, if we're in hero mode, then Norman's going to do some madness, but we also... I can do 2, and he will do 1 infamy back. That's a good deal, right? I'm going to do that.
Yeah. You're going to flip and attack?
All right, flip, and let's do 2 attack, and then I'll remove
So-
2 infamy counters.
All right.
Get you 1.
Was this your token?
Yeah.
I think it was your token. Someone asked if the helmet's needed. It's not needed, except for Steven's whole concept of the deck relies on having that helmet. So he wants to see that
And this
happen.
actually might not work at all because well, once he's in Green Goblin.
Yeah.
See, I'm not in a rush because
Yeah.
it's Norman.
We're good. And we got plenty of time.
We're just playing.
It's got to get to 14.
I just
before that
played
clicks.
a mansion and then I took off.
Oh, wait. This actually starts with 2 per player.
Oh, nice. Okay. 4 on.
Most of the starting scenarios are 0.
Let's put the serum. Let's start with the serum and then we'll advance to
He's on
bombs.
his way. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to use my futurist ability. Look at the top 3. Oh, man.
Can you give that to anyone else?
No.
I'm always asking for your abilities, I feel like.
Oh, man. This is where tough choices get made. I'm going to... I'm going for the good times. You know what I mean?
That's kind of why I'm here, yeah.
I'm discarding both rocket boots, even though I should probably not.
I'm flying enough for the both of us.
All right. I'm going to play Strength to play my man,
Oh, yeah.
the Hulkster. So let's just start out with Hulk, because you never know what's going to happen here. He's going to attack Osborn, so he does a damage to himself. But he's doing 3, so instead it's going to take away the tokens here.
Woo-wee.
Right?
Great. Yeah, it will.
So these go to 0, and then let's walk through this.
If there are no infamy counters here, flip Norman Osborne and Criminal Enterprise.
All right. So
Now, hold on. We need to look at the timing here. What does this say? After Hulk attacks. All right, so that's
Is he
after...
when does the damage happen?
That's at the very end of the attack.
All right,
Yeah.
well, wait on that.
I think, or it's like right after. It won't matter. What will matter is if he's in Green Goblin when you do your flippy thing.
Got it.
So we go to State of Madness and enters play with 4 counters because we're 2 players. So 4 back on, and I'm just going to convert to all onesies.
Cool.
Did you take my ones?
Maybe.
Okay,
Yes.
it's only me. Only me on,
All right,
on the...
I got you. Oh man, this is pretty bad. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Green Goblin, when revealed, deal 3 indirect damage to each player in hero form.
That's me.
You get to put 3 damage wherever you want.
Why are you? I'm going to start up here because I like that better.
So he has a 3 attack. His scheme is a forced interrupt. When he would scheme, remove a madness counter from State of Madness instead. So basically, he's going to stay in Goblin mode until he schemes 4 times.
Yep. He's going to fight us.
Yeah. All right. So
Now you
then
do your thing.
Hulk discards the top card of my deck. It's a lightning. 1 damage to every character, himself included.
It's not going to get old. I'm only a third of my way through my health.
Your protection. You got healing. That's should.
I think I cut it. I think it's only the helmet. I cut all cards that weren't the helmet and playing off of it.
Literally, the only card I'm playing is the helmet here. Let's go.
Yeah, I think you guys will. Ryan's probably got us. The timing is that Hulk's combat damage happens first, then his force reaction, then the incidental at the very end. Yes.
Yep. So I'm going to discard. This is the worst. I'm going to discard 3
Those
to
are all
play
your
my
good cards.
mark. I drew the only armor I drew was my most expensive piece, and
Well, you may as well go.
I discarded the rocket boots because I assume I'll get my Stark Tower at some point. Okay.
So you do have a wasted card on that turn? Did you not read the guide? It's the one thing you can't do.
There was no way for me to do anything else unless I want to flip the hero mode and only have 2 cards next time.
So you staying in all 3 again?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to hand size it 2.
All right.
And hold on. I'll recover for 3.
That's smart. Thank you for doing that. Where's my chart?
I need a chart.
Is it in here now? I thought it was on the back of the... Is that Crisis Protocol?
I am not a person that's familiar with rules or rule books.
Well, we get to stand up and redraw, so let's go ahead and do that.
What are you looking for?
I know how it works. I just want to do it right for the cameras. Like I've done it a million times.
What are you?
Like how the villain phase. Oh, it's the card. It's that card that we usually had.
Oh, the reference card?
You got him in there?
I have no idea.
Nah, forget
That's
it.
gonna. I can walk you through it though. Ready?
That's what I mean. We know how to do it.
First things first. I'm the realist. 4 goes or 2 goes here. I'm just playing 4 player. So 1 for each
Yikes.
player.
Hold on, I need to stand up and draw real quick.
Yep.
No helmet yet.
Someone says recover on turn 1. Nice.
Nice, yeah, that's how you know.
All right, so we have the threat here. Next thing is going to start by interacting with the first player based
It's
on
me.
what form they're in. You're in hero form, so he will attack you. So it's an attack of 3, and he's going to get 1 boost card. So I'll put it here, and then you have to decide: are you defending or just taking it in the teeth?
I gotta just take that.
All right, ready for this?
I don't know what they are though. Could there be like a 5-minute boost?
There could
or
be.
anything?
Who knows? I haven't seen any of the
you're
Goblin
looking
cards.
at it
Ready
now?
for this? Hired gun, new card alert. 2 boost of 2, so he's hitting you for 5. And it has a boost special. Place 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. If I cannot, remove a madness counter from State of Madness. So I take 1 away.
Oh, right on. Okay.
So he is hitting you for 5. That's a lot of damage.
I'm just gonna die first turn.
Nah. We're playing as Claw. It was the most brutal first turn I've ever seen.
I've got Cosmic Flight if I need it. So
He literally got rid of Iron Man's upgrades and also got Spider-Man down to 2 health
gross.
on the first turn. And he went through his whole deck so that he got a permanent acceleration token. It was bad.
You
Anyways,
stole 1.
Yes. Mine?
Yeah.
All right, I am in Alter Ego form, so he's going to scheme against me. When Green Goblin would scheme, remove a madness counter from State of Madness instead. Boom.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks.
and then we're going to go to the encounter phase. Deal an encounter card to every player. And it starts with you.
Oh, a side scheme, a collapsing bridge. It has the, hey, you got to deal with this first icon. And then if it comes up as a boost, you place 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise or remove 1 madness. And it has 4 coming out. So let's just do that. Oh, what am I doing? Let's do some, well, gliders. I feel like, oh yeah, they're probably getting pumpkins thrown at them.
Getting all pumpkined.
That's why it's collapsing, because he's pumpkins.
Those look good.
Yeah, it's fun. isn't
All right, you ready for mine?
it? Yeah.
Regenerative healing. When revealed, the villain heals X damage, where X is equal to double the villain's stage number, so 2. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains surge. Luckily, Hulk did a damage to him.
Oh, yeah, right on. Wow, that was as good as that happened. What do you think?
I love that art.
Regenerative healing is the best art, yeah.
When you audibly speak, it makes me think something's wrong. So I was like, oh my goodness, what messed up?
Streams down.
Literally, it's just my favorite.
It reminds me again of that Berserker art in the Warcraft 2 manual.
Yep.
It's just something about it. That style was just there. It happened. It's like how they don't make old drum and bass anymore. That is something that only one, maybe two people are going to understand.
Well, if you understand it, comment. I'd love to know. Because I don't.
They don't make the atmospheric stuff.
all
It's
right.
not as lush as it used to be.
All right, so that means it's the end of the turn.
Okay.
We took our encounter cards, so our first player switches over to me,
Yeah.
and we're off to the races.
Okay.
Ready to rumble?
Yeah, I'm ready to recover.
Let's use Futurist. I'm going to
Bogart all of my cards until I find the helmet, okay?
Fine.
Because that's how we win as a team.
That's what I've heard.
Me having a helmet is
I'm gonna
critical to our success.
Pay 3 for a helicarrier.
I could use that too.
Could you actually use it? I don't need it.
You really just don't need it?
No.
I mean, I haven't.
Technically speaking.
I'm gonna have 2 more cards. Maybe I could play it.
Well, I'll
I'll
save
tell you
it.
what. If you give it to me, I'll play a med team, and I will heal Hulk. At some point in the game. Maybe the next thing that I do, but I feel like I kind of
That's
need
fine.
to heal myself.
I'm going to discard these 2, and I'm going to play Powered Gauntlets. Then Hulk is going to smash, so we're going to do 3 damage here. And he's going to take a damage. And then I'm going to flip the top card. Oh, wait, the damage isn't taken yet. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
1 to everything, including himself. He could use that heal at this point.
You know who else could?
You could. So then I'm going to recover with old Tony. And
He
you're
does 1 to
you're up.
everyone, regardless of.
If he hits the lightning. Deal 1 to each character.
To each character, okay.
Oh, I didn't do the one here, did I?
I don't think so. Let's
think so.
give ourselves an advantage anyway.
All right, down to 24 health here on the Goblin.
Okay. Over to me, huh?
Over to you.
Make them
And
away,
This has to get to
toys.
14. It's currently at 6, so we're doing okay. But we have to remove here first. Don't forget that.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything that matters in my hero actions. There is. So I'm going to start by playing, you heard it here first, a Photonic Blast. It's going to be 2 energy plus 1 energy.
Okay. What's it do?
And that's going to be 5 damage to an enemy.
I assume we're going to go
I'll choose that one.
Gobs, yeah.
And then if I paid using a lightning, I draw a card, which I did.
She's so good. All right, we are down to 19 health on Green Goblin.
Then I'll go ahead and exhaust this to draw, just, to see what's going on.
May as
there.
well.
Okay. One of the pieces is here. Then I'll go to Captain Marvel form, Commander. I'm going to choose a player, me, to draw a card.
Wow. Don't forget you have a free buck over here from old Helicarrier.
I'm going to go ahead and recover before I get
Also,
scared.
one thing about 4-player that was really cool was when there were like 3 or 4 Avengers Mansions out, giving someone a mega turn pretty much every turn.
That is
It was pretty cool.
pretty awesome. All right, so now I got to math this one out here for just a second.
You're good. I'm hanging out. If you have any questions or anything, tell me if you played this weekend. I would love to know what is one card that surprised you with how much you liked it, or an interaction that was different than you expected. Because it's really cool seeing everyone get their hands on this. Being in the store was really awesome to experience people going through it for the first time. But even like the Facebook group and the Discord and stuff, all the excitement that was happening, that was very enjoyable for me just to get to witness. Because it is a great game, and people getting their hands on it, having a good time is always awesome.
Okay, there's this. Then there is...
Repulsor Blast, so good. You're
This.
gonna love this. When this gets set up and going, it's like 20 damage a turn.
And
It's
then
crazy.
there's this. Okay, I'm going to have a no-waste turn.
Is this
because
count
I
for this
play
buck?
like a robot. Yes, I'll take that immediately.
All right.
All right, so Genius on a
Genius.
med team.
All right.
And that's going to come in with 3 medical counters. And I'm just going to use these because I'm about to use 1. Do I heal my... Hulk, I feel like I can heal Hulk, so let's do it. You gave me the helicarrier. Take 2 off.
I mean,
I'm at 6. I'm not going to get attacked. I'm fine.
all right. You keeping Hulk alive is going to be amazing.
Then let's play an Armored Vest for +1 defense.
All right.
Discarding Cosmic Flight. And then let's discard Spider-Woman for Indomitable.
Okay, you're ready.
I'm getting there.
Once you get that helmet, you're going to be unstoppable.
And I'm flying.
All right, you good?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're ready all our cards. Draw back to our hand size. Man, my armor is taking its sweet time. I'm almost through
not
my
seeing
deck.
that helmet either. It's all right.
It's there. We will get there.
I think it's in here.
All right, let's go to the villain phase. First things first. 2 threat here, 1 for each player on hostile takeover.
We haven't even been thinking about.
I mentioned that you were
Scheming.
just real focused. You got punched in the teeth. So it's at 8. It needs to get to 14. We're fine. We have to remove these first. So I feel I'm about to flip over. We're going to start thwarting. Start thwarting. All right. So
Attacks.
first thing, I am in alter ego, so he's going to scheme against me. Instead of scheming, he's going to remove a token.
Oh man, we punted this one, didn't we? We didn't talk. We wrote in the guide you're supposed to talk about this, and we both did it in alter ego, and now
It's fine.
he's gonna flip to Norman.
That's fine. All right. So then he's going to scheme against you, and instead, of course, he removes that when there's no counter on the State of Madness. We flip back to Criminal Enterprise, and Norman Osborne, Criminal Enterprise, enters play with 2 tokens per player. So again, we're going to have to do 4 damage before we can damage Green Goblin again.
And when he would attack, place an infamy, and when he would take any damage, remove it. Okay, it doesn't come into play. Now remember, every time he flips in a Green Goblin, we take damage in hero mode.
Yep. So
But somebody's got to be in hero mode to do the damage it takes
that's
to
not
flip
true.
it. Hulk.
Hulk's ready.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hulk! All right. And then we go to the encounter cards. So I'll take 1.
I got one.
Ready? New card. It's really cool seeing cards. I feel like with games like Destiny that I've been playing a lot, I know
You
most
play
of the-
Destiny a lot?
A few times. I know cards before they come out because
Yeah.
they just the spoilers, you can't avoid them. So getting to experience cards in play for the first time takes me right back to being about 8 years old playing Pokemon. Anyways, Oscorp Manufacturing, side scheme, when revealed, Norman Osborne. Place an additional threat here, 2 per player. So it's going to be 5. So we need 5 threat.
So
And-
man, if he wasn't in Norman Osborne, it'd be fine.
Yep, I'm gonna get some extra thread out because I feel like we're
It's
gonna.
6. It's 4 and then 2,
Yeah,
3.
6
we got
total.
6. Oh my gosh. We're punting this so hard that we got to get non-Green Goblin threat.
This is what Iron Man does. He doesn't do anything, and then he goes crazy.
Well, but my deck doesn't do anything. I feel like we can't have 2 not do anything decks.
Do you have an acceleration token?
Yeah.
Now? I'm gonna put it. All right.
Don't forget it.
All right.
That's garbage. Here's
What's
mine.
yours do?
Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support I control, or I surge it. I get rid of that Indomitable.
That definitely seems to be the case. That's cool. All right.
Did it say support or upgrade, right? Or just support?
or upgrade. Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. Okay. Then the first player token passes,
Thanks.
and we're back at it.
Okay. How's chat doing? How you guys doing out there?
They're good. They're just chatting.
We're playing Green Goblin together.
Danny M says we got a Hulk, which is correct. That is how I feel about this. There's some cool stories. When you have another thinking turn, let me know.
I'm gonna get a card.
Just selfishly.
Not even talking, not even thinking about it.
Thanks. Teamwork does not make this dream work. Grant Witzel saying, yeah, Vision's beastly. Lead from the front, plus get ready. Super powerful. I agree. Vision is pretty crazy.
All right. Let me just see what happens here on this turn.
What do you think?
See, Ryan, I think he said there's supposed to be more damage on Hulk's turn.
Energy channel.
There's 4 damage on Hulk,
Okay.
which is the correct amount. It probably looks like just 2 damage.
Because he did 1, and then he did 1 to everything, and then he did 1, and then he did 1 to everything.
Yeah.
And then he got healed for 2 at med team.
Yep.
You're clean.
But it probably just looks like a token.
Right on.
But it's a flippable 1 and 2.
You don't need an armored vest at all. That's a foolish play.
I mean, it makes
You're
me.
not gonna
I don't need it
defend.
now.
I'm not gonna defend.
I have had to defend before. It's dire.
I'm taking this card. I'm gonna dig for the helmet. Sorry, bro.
You better dance when you get that helmet.
Well, it's in here. Next go around, I will get it. I
All right.
guarantee you. What do we want to be in? What are you going to be in at
So-
the end of this turn?
Ideally, Hulk hits for 3
Mm-hmm.
and flips I will flip into a damage, so that will go away. So if you
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be in hero mode.
you don't want to be in
I
hero
don't
mode.
want to take 3 damage.
No, but I will be in hero mode at the end of this.
I'm going to recover.
Yeah,
See
I
what
think
it looks
that's
like.
that's good.
Let's go ahead and probably heal Hulk again.
Oh yeah, man. Oh my gosh, there's a new series of comics that I'm supposed to read about this. What do you call it when you can't die?
Invulnerability.
No, it's not invincible.
Immortal.
The Immortal Hulk. That's the comic series that Andrew was telling me about it, and it's apparently awesome.
How about this? How about we play a med team
Oh,
with an energy absorption?
That's unbelievable value.
And the value.
Med team for 1 card makes me...
All right, and then I've got 2 Get Behind Me's, which I do want to use, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to use them. I'm not going to use them. Don't mind me.
Just going to load this up.
1 there. Do you think you could use that armored vest?
If you're literally just going to like discard it and not get any value out of it, like a resource or anything, I think it's fine to put over on me. I won't use it for a while because I have currently 15 health.
I'll give it to you. For Get Behind Me, I'm going to play an Indomitable for Get Behind Me.
All right.
And then I'm going to pump 1 into Energy Channel with Emergency.
Okay. That's a nice little turn.
Because you know what? I'm looking for this helmet.
Gotta
That's
dig.
exactly how I thought this deck would play.
All
Let's
right.
get that helmet.
Tony Stark, futurist. Oh man, why you do this to me?
Yeah, you got 3 upgrades in hand there.
2 and a double energy.
Can you call for a use of Med Team, please? Can you request that I use this
Are
action on
you
your turn?
gonna use
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna
on
heal
yourself
myself.
like you should have? I don't want to get rid of that, but I will. Okay.
Man, Captain Marvel running the lab here, by the way. 2 med teams and a mansion. She's off flying around.
I'm into it.
I love this. People say protection's weak. I think people are lacking imagination.
Yep. Helicarrier, putting on my helmet. Let's do this. Let's actually back this up. Hulkster, gonna do 3. So I'm taking it off of Criminal Enterprise. And then I'm gonna flip the top card. And it is a lightning bolt, so 1 to everything. Including himself. Really good at lightning this game. And then this will go away. So we're back to gobs. I'm gonna put 4 tokens back on here. And 3 indirect to every character and hero, which is no one. Great strategy there. We did it. Then Hulk takes his whatever that damage is.
Consequential damage.
I was gonna say
It's a consequence of him being the Hulkster.
the Hulk man.
Anybody on the stream use cosmic tokens this weekend?
Great
I'd
question.
love to know. I'd love to know about them.
I like
from
you.
We had a lot of really good comments locally, and have seen some on various social platforms, which we don't monitor
Discard. Never, ever.
constantly.
Arc reactor. I'm just building the round Iron Man, by the way. It's just how I do it.
Do you want us to just build that Iron Man super board?
That's what we're doing.
all the slots?
Oh yeah.
Just the Death Star
I have a lot
of
of ideas
resin.
on that. Okay, so let's flip over.
Hey, Jonathan, can you poke your head in on this video? Jonathan H wants to see you. Say, when can we see Jonathan in some videos?
Yeah, just come around.
There he is.
All right. So first things first. Let's go for it. I'm gonna play a Repulsor Blast for 1. So I'm gonna discard 5 cards for every energy resource. I
How
do
many
2
you got?
damage. Let's see.
Oh, that was a punt there.
5 damage for 1 resource.
I could do better than that.
I'd like to see you try. All right. Most importantly, I'm about to reshuffle my deck.
Luckily, you got that armored vest, though. Let's stick to what matters.
Very good that I have that. Yes, it's crazy.
You're
All
about
right.
to take one from Gabo here.
Powered Gauntlet's doing a damage. The helmet, remove a threat from a scheme. I'm not aerial, so it's only 1. It has to be that one, so we'll flip it. I will thwart and remove 2 more from there. I will exhaust my arc reactor to ready.
So you can technically remove from here. You just can't remove from the main scheme if this icon's out. Do you know that? Hot tip.
I did know that. No, I couldn't get 6 though, right?
I don't know.
I only had
It's
5.
gonna. You can't scheme this one for 2. That's too inefficient. I won't allow it.
I'll thwart there for 2.
Okay.
I won't allow it. And then that is going to be the end of the hero round. So we ready everything and draw back up.
Ready everything and draw it back up.
And let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 armor pieces, so I'm at a hand size of 5. Let's go ahead
Check
and do
in
that.
with the chat, would you, to see if anyone was using those.
Oh, they did.
Cosmic.
Can you give me an encounter card for my going through my deck?
Yeah.
All right. My scroll is not working. There it is. All right.
If you can believe it, I still don't have that helmet.
How many cards you got left over there?
5, 6.
All right.
Those are the risks.
Nicolo says I use the comic token or cosmic tokens.
I'm not afraid of that.
That's
mispronunciation.
a fine name, I guess. He says his brother now wants to buy some after having used them.
Oh, that's good.
Dr.
You know where to
Zay was
find
saying he used the cosmic tokens and cosmic boards. Lewis Knight says, yeah, I ran them. Love the tokens. That's awesome.
Lewis.
Really appreciate
I've
it.
seen you around too. Lewis Knight is a name that I've seen on our stuff for years. Spoiler alert.
Dr. Z, getting my eyes checked. Dr. Z says the people he played with were all asking where he got them, and they were all doing research on where to buy
He told him,
them.
I don't know.
Yeah. Jonathan A says definitely ordering the hero set of cosmic tokens this week.
Yeah. Great. I'm glad they're reverberating. It's kind of hard because when you're just looking at them and you're not using the dials and kind of the core system.
You never
you
played
don't
the game.
fully
It's hard to really
appreciate-
understand what's going on.
I'm glad that we were right in that the system itself comes together in a really nice way. It's always hard. You never quite know what everyone is going to think and say.
Holo says I use them. They're great.
Okay, I'm going to put some thread on the scheme, Zach. 2 + 1 for the accelerator. So I'm going to take this to 10, and I'm going to leave a 1. Look at that city at hazard.
We built this city.
And that means I get to see the most beautiful token on the line for me.
The old,
I love it.
the science man.
The science man. Not exactly Norman, but maybe. All right, so we're at 11 of 14.
So he's getting close.
And now we're going to do the bad stuff.
Luckily, he can't scheme as the goblin.
Yeah, that's right. He'll remove 1, right?
Yep. All right, so you're first player.
Yeah.
He's going to scheme against you. He'll just remove a token. I'm in hero mode, so he's going to attack me. I will just take this one in the teeth. So let's...
You don't want to block her that sweet armored vest? No. Okay.
Boost of 1. So he's going to hit me for 4. I assume my protection friend...
I've been carrying you this whole time. What about my heals?
You don't need heals
I love that the green matches that med team right now.
on that token. The
Yeah, it's
generic.
almost like
All
it's
right.
meant to be.
So he attacks me. I'm at 6 damage out of my 16 health.
Okay, now we got the
Okay.
encounters.
That's right.
1 for me, 1 for you.
And technically
And I
that
think
goes
you
under.
resolve this one
Yep.
first, right?
You got it.
Okay. And first player will resolve. The villain schemes. 1 token off.
All right, first card. Oscorp Manufacturing.
This is gross.
Yeah, we get another one, so it's going to get 2 counters on there.
And he's not in Norman Osborne form, so
it's
no
6.
additional counters.
So it's just 4. Yeah, but yet another acceleration token.
Who's
So we
laughing?
got some work to do. It's
Yeah.
cool. I'm in thwart mode now.
I've
All
got
right,
a 2
next.
as well.
All in a day's work. When revealed, place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. If you cannot, remove 2 madness counters from State of Madness. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, no.
We're back to Osborn. This is hilarious. This is exactly how this is supposed to feel. It's all in a day's work. He flips back.
We're getting wrecked.
No, we're not. I'm Iron Man, dude.
You're a bit of an optimist, I think. That's probably why the business works. I'd just be like, let's just close it up.
This is gonna be this is gonna be way too hard. Let's just stop.
All right, so now the scheming is bad. So we need to get him back to Green Goblin every
Hulk
time.
does it every time.
Yeah, that's true. Hulk is actually pretty good at beating up Norman Osborne.
Literally, the only time there's like 2 cards in my deck. One of which is the Stark Tower that I need, and the other my Rocket Boots that wouldn't happen. Actually, it would happen because they're the that's the discard. They're not the wild. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
Here's your...
First player token.
Yeah.
You ready to rumble?
I think we're there, yeah. So we did all this stuff. We revealed the cards, and we passed the first player token, right?
I'm gonna have a resource for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you have. Do you have any cards for me?
Actually, I've got a great turn happening. You know, I'd be willing to give you a card. I think I'll be okay. I think so. Let's give you the Carol card.
All right. Not what I wanted.
And let me put a thing on here to mark it. Do you have that weird Covenant token that was over there?
Weird? That's a word. Some people like it.
No, it's good. I mean, weird can be fine.
Jonathan H., are you doing a different set of tokens for each villain? And would you do some unique for each hero?
Oh, let's put them. Hold on. Speaking of, let's throw that up there.
Oh, man, that's nice.
There's a better idea of what they actually look like.
Yeah, so Jonathan A says, are you doing a different set of tokens for each villain, and would you do unique tokens for each hero?
We are definitely looking at how hard we can go on Marvel Champions, I'll say that.
I mean, the threat make it super awesome.
You want me to be honest about this? We'll see how they sell. If nobody buys them, we probably will not keep doing them. So that's the way that capitalism works, isn't it?
That is a free market. You just described it.
Yeah, that's really it. But we're all in on the Green Goblin inspired ones, and then past that, we're just going to see what their reception is. And I love them. I would love to keep making them personally.
Nemesis says, ooh. Nice.
Nice. Oh, ghost sounds. Ooh.
All right, X-Wing players. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll probably have a free buck. Do you need the buck, actually?
Well, it's hard to know because I'm waiting on a card.
Well,
Here, let me use this.
All right.
You can call me to use.
That's how that works.
Yeah. Okay.
Run your math.
Strange. Okay. Let's.
According to chat, we have at least 2 people ready to buy those tokens.
Right, good to know.
Oh, make it 3. Jordan says, OMG, I need those.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, so he's saying we need better options for Canadian buyers. I mean,
That's true.
I agree. It's just very difficult. Those cards are in black sleeves. They don't come that way. You have to buy the sleeves and sleeve them. These are katana sleeves. Still my turn, but just let me know if you're going to need the dollary due or not.
Bucks.
They stop here. I just want to make sure I don't, you know.
I mean, it'd be helpful.
Okay,
There's some
I don't
lines of
need
play
it.
that open up.
I definitely don't need it. Let's discard a card and put on some boots. Let's go. Let's Hulk this. Let's go 3 damage. Let's see what we get off the top of my deck. If I had done this first, it would have been a physical, and it would have been 2 bonus damage. 1 to everything. Sweet.
I'm glad I don't have any allies.
So that's going to hit Hulk. How many was I just
And then
at?
consequential. He should have 2 more, yeah.
And then it's going to take this off, and we're back to Gabi.
But now you take indirect damage, right?
Yeah.
You want that? Is that okay? I can
mean-
heal you for 4 this turn.
I have a bunch of health.
There's 3.
So it's 10. I have 7 health left.
Okay.
So we're doing okay.
Okay.
All right, so now let's go. I can't get Ariel. I needed a mental so bad. Let's remove 1 here. Let's get rid of that. Actually, no. No. Yeah, that's right. Let's get rid of that.
Okay, here, before you proceed, if both of these side schemes have 2 on them each, I will clear them both.
Great. Well, we'll do that. I'll thwart for 2. Already, I'll thwart for 2.
That is called talking.
That is, yes. Then let's do a damage to my friend, the Gobs.
The goblin, okay.
Then, for my next trick, I will take it slow. I'm going to discard 3, play attack team.
Oh, nice. Yeah, handy.
If you say it fast enough, it sounds like attack team.
Are you going to remove 2 already?
Yeah, we'll do 2 damage.
All right. So down to 10 on first form of Green Goblin.
And I believe I have done everything I can do. Now let me know when you need to call for a helicarrier, and I will deliver the goods.
Okay. All right, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play a med team. No, not
Brendan
yet.
says, did someone say 1 to everything?
Let's go an Alpha Flight Station. Discarding that emergency.
Hey, you have the helmet yet?
Not yet, my
Goodness
friend.
gracious.
Let's exhaust this to draw 2 and
Now's the
discard
time.
1.
It's our moment. Still no? Are
not
you
there.
kidding me? Watch Goblin come out and he discards like 5 cards from your deck.
Oh my gosh.
That way you just don't get it.
Why? How is this? Okay, so then we go here for here, and you have a -1 resource.
I do. Let me know when you're ready for it.
Here, -1, here, -1. Okay, we've done it.
Here's a question. Fiona says, do you guys think you might make some deck dividers for this? Or have either of you figured out a solid sorting solution to make the GASP FFG insert, still in quotes, still amazed they finally made one, but didn't provide something to make it, question mark. I've been using top loaders. I have to bet. I have to assume FFG is going to do something with that. whether it's organized play or it's in the expansion packs or something. Or maybe they'll put out a pack that comes with, it's crazy to make a box that needs dividers and not provide the dividers. Surely they have a reason for that.
Do you want me to heal up Hulk to 0? Here, I'm going to use 2 med teams. You can distribute them however you'd like.
We'll do one on Hulk and one on
Because I want this guy on my discard
Iron Man.
pile before it goes.
Med Team doing some work.
Then we'll do a energy absorption for a helicarrier.
All right, you're built. Got
We'll
a thin down
do
deck. You got cards and resources.
Helicarrier and power protection for a med team.
Come on now.
Does it feel good to play with good players again?
Whoa, whoa. Yes.
Then we'll do a flipperoonie. Think that's
All right.
okay?
Yes. That means he doesn't scheme. I need to get these madness tokens over here.
We'll do a crisis intervention or interdiction for your helicarrier and a counterpunch.
What?
This card.
Oh, on the using the helicarrier.
You gave me your
Got it.
helicarrier.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Do you
yes.
have another generic token?
Yep.
It's right there in the middle. Oh, so
Yep.
close. There it is.
So this remove 2 threat from a scheme. If I'm aerial, which I am because of cosmic flight, remove 2 threat from a scheme.
Boom. Cleared them.
Okay, now because we have the
These are gone.
acceleration
Now they're
tokens. Right. That's why we did that.
We just got rid of
That's
them.
why I did that.
Yeah.
So
it's just-
now,
Are you done with your turn?
well, no, because I've got to kneel to do some magic. I think I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself.
Okay. You're gonna thwart.
I think that's the best option here. What do you think?
I'm on the exact same
Okay.
page. Plus, you got to put all the pretty tokens back out,
Now the other thing I could do is I could defend and attack,
which you could still do.
but I'm only at 2 defense. I need that helmet. It's the next 3 cards.
It's gonna
I'm
be
sure.
in your hand.
All right, so let's thwart for 2.
All right.
1, and then let's lay these boys
The city
out.
is no longer under siege. Although you're about to put 2 more back on, by the way, because he's gonna put 2 on first thing.
Well, oh, I guess so. Okay, so we'll just hold that.
So
That's at 9. And that's it. I think that's all I'm doing.
Okay. So we ready?
Yeah. Now we're built. So see, this is what we're talking about. So one of the big things is that first run through, I discarded all of my 3 resource big energy absorptions on economy rather than charging energy channel.
Yep.
Even though I could have blasted Goblin to gone by now. And I feel like now our next run through the deck is going to be super strong.
Yeah. We both kind of did the same thing, right? That's what you could just sort of survive that first couple of rounds, and we both went through our deck. That's why a lot of people were holding on to cards that I was seeing play, 3 or 4 cards every turn. It's like that's not. Is the helmet not in the deck?
It's the bottom card.
Oh, great.
It was literally the last card. So we'll see how this goes.
All right. So then 2 more goes back here. So now it's up to 11.
10 and 1.
And then it is time. I'm the first player. He's going to attack me.
You need me to block that?
No. I mean, no.
I got Indomitable.
What do you think the odds are of him doing 8 damage?
Are they greater than 0?
I don't think so. He'd have to have +5 on the boost. Seems unlikely.
I do want to save that Indomitable for when I'm at 4 defense.
All right, let's just take it. He's attacking me. 1 boost, so I take 4. See,
That
we're
was a good bet. Okay, so Legions of Hydra is our... And then I've got 5 cards.
Been working with the skull.
Okay. Helmet's there.
That would have been so funny.
All right, and then I get attacked as well for 3.
He is attacking you. You have plenty of health, and you got healing for days. You're fine.
Nothing.
Great. So then we deal in counter cards. Do you already have 1 over there?
Yeah, I've got
I'm
1.
going to slide that under.
Thank you.
I'll reveal mine first. All in a day's work. Place 2 infamy counters on criminal enterprise. If I cannot, take 2 madness counters off. And I see what this deck is doing now.
This is so Caleb Grace. It's crazy. Private Security Specialist, Guard.
Does he not look like the classic video game boss from the 90s?
100%. Yeah, he absolutely does. All right, so that's fine.
Guard, 4
And
health.
Intimidation, when revealed, choose to spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain 1 face-down boost card. That's the when revealed effect. Why would I give them 1 face-down boost card? What does that mean?
Oh, like another boost card. So either another boost card or you spend 2 resources.
But this isn't an attack. It's not being boosted. There's nothing to boost. Does that mean it just sits there until the next attack? You think so?
I think so.
You think so?
It's intimidation.
It's intimidation. So he basically sits on an extra boost card. That's what it has to be, right?
Let's do it.
That's pretty cool.
That's a boost card.
That's a cool mechanic. I'm not spending money on that. No, that's way too cool. Let's do that.
I like your moxie.
What is this?
That's the boost card.
Oh, right. I immediately was like, wait, why is this card on the board? All right, let's put it here.
Literally not even like 2 seconds later.
Why is that there?
What is this card? It's face down.
5 seconds ago, dude.
It's like a hidden boost card or something.
All right, give me that first player token. Got it. And I've got a bro here. Okay. So we've got 5 cards, and we've got Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel land. Here we go. Let's play the helmet.
All right.
Boom. For defense, Captain Marvel. Get ready to defend.
You better have Indomitable for days. We're never going to take damage again.
Okay, and now I've got just kind of some...
Bob, asking what triggered that boost. So we had an encounter card that basically Steven had to spend 2 resources or give him a face-down boost card for his next attack.
Do you want both of my med teams this turn?
Yep.
All right. You can use them however you like. I slept on med team so hard up front, and it's so nice.
It is really good. Especially
Crazy
when you have a
good.
Hulk. Like, think about the value I'm
Crazy
getting out of
good.
this 2-resource Hulk.
The value.
The value, though. Can I go Ariel?
Okay. How you feeling on cards and money?
I mean, I have a money. I could use money or cards, technically.
I'm going to take this card.
That was quick.
And we're in Green Goblin mode, so I can do some damage here?
Yeah, he's only got 10 left. We got to be careful. He's going to get crazy.
Well, let's do a... How do you feel about me using this? You
I'm
happy
very
with that?
comfortable with it, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, are you going,
I'm saying hero.
you're saying hero? Great.
Yeah. So Helicarrier, Emergency pay, and Avengers Mansion pay for a Photonic Blast.
Whoosh.
I use an energy resource, so
he
I
takes
will draw
5?
a card. Yep.
Down to 5. Hulk's going to come in and finish this guy off. It's going to be a monster.
And then I think that's kind of where I'm going to sit. I'm going to hold back for a big defensive turn. Now I do have... Oh, wait, I can't attack him because of guard.
Oh,
So why don't I just do 5 there?
okay, great.
And I'll waste 1 because it's so painful.
So very inefficient.
So inefficient. And then I can thwart for 2 probably is ideal
Yeah,
here.
thwarting is always the way.
All right, let's thwart.
Taking it down to 9.
All right, I'm just going to put him in.
Yeah.
And then I will pass the turn over to you.
All right, well, first things first. Hulk coming in for 3.
Boom.
Let's put this here.
There it is.
Let's see if I can hit a physical resource for the first time. Got it,
You
physical. 2 more.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage. Hot
Just
dog.
5 damage, and he does 1. That'll start happening, especially once I thin my deck out. All right, let's see. What is the way to do this?
In a perfect world, I'm going to be doing 2 to Green Goblin randomly. So if you can get him down to
What
2
if I just
health,
take him to the next stage?
That's fine too.
Let's start here.
We don't. It's an unknown.
I'll thwart for 2.
Something tells me that when the next stage comes out, there's going to be indirect damage because we know that that's kind of the theme. So are you ready for
I'll
that?
wait till I'm not in hero mode just in case.
Great plan.
We'll ready and we'll thwart again.
I guess I'll just take the damage.
So he's down to 5. Well, I have too much damage to just sit,
No, I agree.
sit back.
I agree. You did plan that not with the future in mind.
Let's see. No, all right, that's irrelevant. Let's do this.
Can you take off yet?
No.
Go aerial?
I mean, I can, but
I've
I
been
need
flying
this.
the whole
I need
game,
this.
and you're over there trying to
I need this card.
turn your pilot light on. Get those boots lit already.
You've just been
Do you have Stark Tower?
feisty today. I do have Stark Tower. We're gonna get there.
Can you cycle the boots like we talk about?
And the fur?
No.
I don't have the other boots yet, but we're going to get there. I need a second. Man. All right.
You realize I'm at 4 defense. Are you jelly?
I'm not.
I'm impenetrable right now.
I'm going to be doing so much damage here shortly.
Made of stone.
All right. Let's reduce by 1, and I'm going to pay 2 to play a Mockingbird, which will stun
Very
the enemy.
cool.
You got a stun over there? I'll use
Yeah.
one of those greens.
I got to flip over my...
And
Why
then...
don't use your stun.
All right, we'll stun
I'll
him.
keep mine on
Number 1
greens.
stunner. And then I will do a damage to Green Goblin. I'll remove a threat.
Way to go.
I'll thwart for 1. Do a damage to myself. I'll do 2 more damage to Goblin.
It's a pretty good ramp, bro.
Then we will flip over to Tony Stark. I will use Futurist. Draw 3, discard 1.
I saw the boots.
I like that. They're not the boots, actually.
Look like
But
the boots.
it's fine.
Is it that supersonic punch thing? It's fine. I'll wait until you play it. I guess that's customary.
Let's use Strength to play a Stark Tower. Do you have any tech in your discard pile? That helmet. If it ever gets discarded, I'm ready.
Yeah, it's an insurance policy.
Yeah,
I've invested a lot of med teams in an insurance policy.
That's great. Then I will pass. So everything ready is we discard.
Ready, ready, ready. Ready. I'm not going to discard
that.
anything, which is rare. It's a failure of a turn, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. So we proceed to the villain phase. He's going to get 2 threat onto the.
Hold on a second. Okay. 1, and let's do 1 here. So there's your 2 threat.
All right. And you were the first player, so he's going to attack you. But instead of attacking, he's just going to remove his stun token.
Which means he will not be taking the 2 damage that I was going to do to him. So that's fine.
Sorry.
We'll just move on to the
I guess.
I'm
kind of scarred.
I think
True,
it'll
scarred.
be
Sorry.
okay.
All right. Then he's going to. Oh, and the boost card. He has an extra boost card here, which I assume applies to. Well, no, he doesn't even scheme.
He doesn't even attack. No, he doesn't
Instead of
attack.
scheming, when the Green Goblin would scheme, remove 1 madness counter. We just stopped him from doing anything. And then. Encounter cards, but you're
Me first.
Yeah.
Gimme gimmies. Here we go. Hydra Soldier. Guard. Cool. I gotta keep blowing these minions away.
Oh, yes. I'm glad we're seeing this card. You ready for this? He gets the Goblin Glider.
Oh, nice.
Plus 1 attack. Attached to the enemy with the highest printed hit points and without another Goblin Glider attached. So.
He's got a bunch of printed hit points. 28. So basically, if he already has one,
he
it
gives
goes
it
to a
someone
minion,
else.
I think.
If you cannot discard Gain Surge, hero action, we spend 2 energy resources to discard this card.
That's going to be really easy for both of us, but most importantly, how cool would it be if the Hydra Soldier got a Goblin Glider?
It'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
He's just cruising around.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it, right?
And then does this guy, when he comes out, no, he doesn't, because we skipped that. We've already done the attack phase. So, yeah, first player token's yours.
All right.
Without the chart, Zach, I just feel like I'm doing it wrong.
I just feel like you're out in space. Okay, let's use my future ability. Draw 3, keep 1. Come on. Discard those.
Do you need a card draw? I'm willing to give up 1.
I'll take 1.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
All right, so let's start here.
We're in full control now.
Also, I just have not seen Pepper Potts anywhere. It could not be bothered to show up.
It had to have been there once.
I
You
mean,
went through the whole deck.
I must have discarded at some point. I haven't seen her. She's left me. It's like that weird phase of the movies where she just wasn't there. All right.
Don't know anything about that.
I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 to get rid of this. 2 energy.
Oh, bummer.
Wait, is it hero action? Whew, caught myself.
Yeah, it is.
That was almost really embarrassing.
On close inspection.
It's like I've done that before. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to recover 3.
This board's too messy for me. This is aggravating. Can
Okay.
I move this up? That's about my top limit there.
I can actually. Move your hand.
That'd be plenty.
Let's flip over to old Iron mode.
Because Iron Man's got stuff everywhere.
I can move it. Is this better?
It's fine.
Does this make you feel less
That actually is much better.
crazy?
Yeah.
There's only one reasonable way to do this. I flip over
Can Hulk hit the Hydra Soldier for me?
I'm going to knock that guy out.
Okay.
Like, not even close.
Okay.
But the timing matters. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Because now I'm in hero mode. Then I'm going to use my attack team to do 2 more damage. So we're going to defeat the first stage of Green Goblin.
Oh, we're both in hero mode, though. That's going to do indirect to us. That's fine. I guess we'll just take it.
Just where we are.
All right. Let's see what happens. Norman.
That's still stage 1.
Okay. So do you think Norman comes in as stage 2?
Surely you stay in Goblin if he's in Goblin. Like this. Yeah, he's in Goblin mode.
There are rules.
Okay, let's make sure. I don't know. I mean, what is it that makes him turn into Green Goblin? It is the
This thing.
State of Madness thing, right?
I assume if State of Madness is out, he's just...
Yeah, it must be.
Goblin.
It must be in Green Goblin, yeah.
When revealed, deal 4 indirect damage to each player.
Okay, so
Oh,
indirect...
it's just 4 to each player. Doesn't even matter anymore what you're in.
Oh, no. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice. Did it.
And then he has, by the way, 36 health, so I'm going to set that up really quick.
And 4 attack.
Yeah, he's a...
Well, luckily, my defense is equal to his attack, Zach. I don't know if you're hip to that.
Have I been paying attention to that
Jonathan,
or
you got new information?
Yes. Here's you guys are on risky business.
Uh-huh.
When the villain changes form, after the villain changes form, all attachment cards, status cards, boost cards, damage, and other game elements associated with the villain remain as they are.
Okay.
And then you trigger the when revealed ability. When a villain stage is defeated, after the villain stage is defeated, the next stage of the villain deck enters play on the same side as the just defeated stage.
Same side as the just defeated
Yeah.
stage. Great. It worked as we thought, which is a sign of good design and smart.
And incredibly smart people. Okay, let's continue down this lane here. I'm going to go ahead and... Here's a math question for you.
Okay.
Mr. Strategy Guide. I can thwart with Mockingbird, and then she goes away.
Yep.
Or I can go with Hulk first. I would basically thwart with her in case I flip Lightning for Hulk, and then she goes away anyway. But also, if I flip not Lightning, then she stays around and I have a blocker.
I would not risk that. I would get value when you can definitely get it as compared to
I
risking
feel like
it.
1 thwart is not the high, like...
1 thwart is better than nothing, right?
But I'm about to thwart again with Iron Man.
50% chance of nothing out of that card.
But 50% chance of pure greatness.
The Zach Button trade is always to take the chance.
I agree. So we're going to do it.
Yeah, just go.
It's Hulking time. Let's do 3 damage. And flip a card. Lightning bolts. Mockingbird gone.
What did I tell you?
1 damage to everything. Side note.
Including the Hydra Soldier.
Including the
Weren't you going to kill him?
I'm not done yet. All right. So then we're going to use...
I haven't gone, right?
No, you have not.
What are you doing? Are you like reading
I
a
know.
novel over
It's
there?
Iron Man, dude. Just how he
How does this work?
rocks.
Upstairs?
All right. Let's do a damage with the gauntlets.
You're not Ariel yet, are you?
Nope. Let's do an arc reactor to ready, and then I'll thwart for 2. Can you remove 2 from there? I'll use my helmet to thwart for another 1.
You're thinking helmet.
I'm going to use energy to play Relentless Assault, so I'll do 5 here with overkill. So 2 of that will carry
Yeah.
over to here.
Well, in.
And then for my next trick, let's go ahead and play a Repulsor Blast. Making sure I had a stack of cards over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 damage.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And then, now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're the rules guy. Let's say I had another Repulsor Blast, but I only had 3 cards in my deck. Would I stop at that point, or does it keep
You would
going?
discard 3 and stop. So hashtag don't do that.
Both your energies.
Don't do that. Unless you're sure that it's a 2 energy, 2 energy, 1 energy.
That's impossible.
Is it?
I only have 1, 2 energy.
Oh, I've got like a bunch of 3 energies in
'cause
my
you're-
deck, so I
I
assume
see.
that's-
I get
everybody
it.
can do that.
All right, I'm going to give you a resource if you need it.
I would love it.
Yep. All right, your turn. Do your best.
All right, minus
expect
1
some
resource.
healing.
Can you use that helicarrier?
Yeah.
Let's play a Photonic Blast with a
Is this the last stage?
Crisis Interdiction.
Oh my goodness.
So let's go ahead and do 5 and draw a card.
3. Back to 8. So he's only at 18 health. This isn't even a challenge. Come on, Fantasy Flight.
Famous last words.
Just kidding. We're gonna be playing this on expert mode next, just to make ourselves look ridiculous.
All right, 1, 2, and 3. So that was 3 for that blaster.
Bob Benton, hashtag don't do it, Zach.
Do you need some healing with that med team?
Yep.
It's yours.
You got any more where that came from?
Oh, yeah.
Can you do 18 here? You got 10 sitting here if you have the right cards.
I could pump up to 6.
And you got those two?
Or I could heal.
You should heal. We're not going to win this turn.
Okay. Let's play a med team. 3 cards.
Okay.
And then I'll use that again on you if you'd like.
Oh,
Or
you
me.
have all your defense.
Maybe me. But I think I've got defense, and I've got a Cosmic Flight, so I'm good. Do you take it?
I now have taken it.
All right, excellent. Okay, and then let's go ahead and Captain Marvel. We're going to do 2 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Probably ideal.
We're way out in front here.
And that's it. I could do a heal for a thing, but I kind of have forgotten that exists. So why don't we do that? Let's spend this emergency to heal and draw a card, and let's spend that on that ability.
Yeah, that's a really good ability. All right.
Love
We
it.
good?
Very good.
We're ready. All right. So first things first, we draw.
Are you the realist?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of armor, so I have a hand size of 6.
Hand size is 5.
Can you get me an encounter card,
3,
sir?
4,
Okay.
5.
I filtered through my deck again. Also, your math and strategy guide where it's like, if you filter through your deck more than 16 times, it's like, I've gone, even with Iron Man, it's like 8 or 9 in a 4-player long game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moral of that story is 40 cards in your deck.
Yeah, it's 40. It's 40.
My favorite thing is that I've had Hulk out for like 82 turns. All right, so first thing, we get 2 threat on the whatchamacallit, scheme.
Scheme.
Then he's going to interact with me first because I'm the first player. I'm in hero mode.
I'd like to defend that.
I will let you. He's going to attack you for 4 with 2 boost cards.
It's fine. I've got 4 defense right out of the gate.
I'll let you flip them. You are defending here.
2, 4.
So 8 with a star.
What's the star say? Place 1 infamy counter on criminal if I can't remove 1 madness counter.
Back to Storm and Norman.
Okay.
Hold on, this is a new card. He has 2 scheme, a star attack, forced interrupt when Norman Osborne would attack, place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise instead. So he's going to attack you and put 2 extra on there. Forced interrupt when Norman Osborne would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from Criminal Enterprise instead. So can you hand me 4 of your generics?
Yes, I can.
And what did that star do?
All right, let's resolve. Hold on, we need to resolve this damage. So the star is what switched him over to the thing.
Okay.
So we're resolving 8 damage. It's -4, so I'm at 4 damage taken. What is that? So let's go ahead and discard to prevent 3.
Because that would take you down to 1 health.
Yeah, now I think, yeah, I'm going to guess. Here's the question. Here's the real question here.
He almost got you.
If I discard the card that makes me aerial in response to taking damage, I've already calculated the minus defense, calculated how much damage I'm taking, then I discard Cosmic Flight, right?
Yeah, yeah, your defense would still be.
So I'll take 1. And then I'll play a counter punch.
All right.
Take 2.
Down to 14. Oh, no. Back it up. 2 counters coming off. He's Norman.
After I defend, I'll stand up and
So that's like
Indomitable.
plus 6 health. That's crazy.
And that's me.
Okay. And so then now he's actually going to attack you, but instead of doing damage, he puts 2 counters here. And then that's his attacks. So then we'll deal in counter cards. I'll get my second one. And you'll get 1. So let's see what he does. Private Security Specialist. Guard, 4 health.
Card.
Mad Genius. That art's great.
Uh-oh.
Look at that. All right.
Yeah.
He's
that's good
looking
art.
at himself.
That's really
When
good.
revealed in Norman Osborne, discard the top card of your deck for each infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. So 4.
Is that all players or just you?
I think it's just me.
There goes Pepper.
She gone. And a Repulsor Blast.
Yikes.
Mad Genius. That needs to go on a playmat. Okay, that was my encounter cards.
I got
Oh,
a
man.
private security specialist.
So with guard, that's 8 extra damage we're gonna have to do this round. So
Yeah.
like, we got to do 12 before we can actually even hit him. That's pretty cool.
That's true.
Like,
This is good. This is yeah. We thought we were cool, and
I
now
thought
we're
it
not
was
cool
just
and
game
we're
over, and it's not nearly as game over. All right, so we'll pass first player token, and you can do your worst.
Just go right through your hand there. Okay. So what you're saying is we need... I need that private security specialist to die before I can launch my big attack.
That is correct.
All right, I'm going to just see if I can get there. Let me get the Avengers Mansion.
I can't. I have guard. Oh, I can't take it on. So I could, if you wanted to call for a couple actions, get 2 damage over on him. And then you can just attack him.
That's great.
You want to call for an action?
I'll call for an action.
All right. First things first, I'll use my Wild War Machine to get aerial. You want to call for another action?
I'll call for an action.
I'll use my Power Gauntlets to do 2 to your guard.
2 done. Marvel on 2.
Now he's gone. Now,
I've still got to clear out 4 for Criminal Enterprise, huh?
if I do that and I call for an action, you can do this on my turn.
Okay, there we go. I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cooling it off turn. Are we okay with that? Yeah, I'm going to take, I think taking some schemes here would be okay.
I'm planning on winning the game right here.
Good. I'm going to flip to Carol. Do you need a card to help you win the game?
Yep, sure.
You can have it.
If you don't need the card, then yes.
I don't need it. Then let's put, ooh, this is tough. Let's go Alpha Flight, draw 2, discard 1. Let's discard this Power Protection because I don't really need it. I guess it could be a Lightning Bolt, but I've got so many.
All the bolts.
All the bolts in Casterly. All right, let's do 4 charge here.
Okay. So you're at max capacity.
Max
You got the Spirit Bomb charged up, and you're ready to throw it at someone and miss.
Ready to go.
Goku style.
Do you need Med Team? I need Med Team. I'm taking it.
All right,
I'm
you
not
got
risking it unless you really,
Nope, we're good.
really need it.
I'm just about to close this thing out, Iron Man style.
And I'll give you -1 on your first one.
Oh, wait. Save that for a sec. I'll use it when I need it.
I don't have anything to spend on, literally.
Yeah, well,
So-
if I need to play a 0-cost card first, then that gets weird.
Well, just use it whenever you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this in the right order. I need to do what? 4, 8...
You got 10 in the bank. So
Plus
you need
6.
to do 4
14?
plus 6. Oh, wait, with your 4, yeah.
Yeah, all right, well, let's just do this.
Blast him.
Iron Man's going to punch him for 1. That's efficient. Hulk,
That's the worst.
gonna punch him for 3. It's fine. And, yeah, punch him for 3. And I got a lightning, so it's 1 to everything.
Here he goes. And then
1 of
to
which is going to go here.
That's yours.
Okay, then I'm going to remove a threat there, just in case.
Just because you're thinking.
I'm going to ready Iron Man.
No, here
He's
he comes.
going to punch for 1. Remove that there token. And then I have so many fun things to do. All right, you're going to give me a -1.
Mm-hmm.
Start with a Repulsor Blast for 1.
You're using that on the 2 here?
Oh, wait, it soaks it, eh? Let's wait. I need to do 2.
You'd be terrible at solo.
Yes. Let's discard these. Attach a gauntlet.
buddy.
I'm flying, so let's do 2. You need a buddy watching you to make sure you're not crazy.
All right, now we all take a bunch of damage, right? Or you do, rather.
No, deal 4 indirect damage to each player.
Oh my gosh, that doesn't kill me, does it? I think it definitely does.
Nuh-uh.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 1 away.
Luckily, I could just win anyway,
3,
so that works
4.
out. Whew, I don't need math. Math's for
Here, I'm
crazies.
popping this right now before he gets hotter. 10.
But I wanted to kill him. You should have waited till I got another 3. He's like, I'm doing
That's
it.
fine.
Okay, let's use your -1 to Repulsor Blast. I need to do 6. I have a feeling I'm going to get 1 short. There they are. 5. Down to 1. That's okay. I'm just going to make this happen. Then we'll go -1, and I'll pay 1 for a Supersonic Punch for 8.
Boom. Easy.
He's gone. Okay, let's talk about that, and then we're going to cut in a second and come back for, I think, Green Goblin on expert mode, just
let's
to
do
kind of
that.
give it a crack. Any thoughts? I thought the way he works is actually really interesting.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think this is a good example of how the design space can be explored. This is something that all the co-op games. What's up?
Energy channel's a hero action.
What did you flip over to? Did you have to flip
No,
over?
your energy channel.
Oh my gosh!
You're the one. It was you the
Oh
whole
my
time.
gosh!
But did you need to flip over?
I didn't need it. I had 2 extra cards. I didn't need it at all. I say no. I say it totally counts.
Totally counts.
I'm keeping it. It's in the books.
I was beyond fine. I did.
Well, it was your turn and you were in hero, so
I
it
wasn't
was a
even-
hero action technically.
Lol. Yeah, I was.
Does this make you feel better?
I had damage in different area codes. It was
Yeah,
not even.
we were fine.
But I'm just glad that I was not the one who did that for the first time.
That's true. I mean, that was a weird. That was a weird interaction. I get that one for free.
Hilarious.
First one.
That was. I don't know about that.
So here's the thing about this encounter. It's good. This is exactly the kind of thing, because you have environment cards, you can make the game do whatever you want. You can play with all sorts of different weird things, like Wrecking Crew, I think, is coming out at some point.
Yep.
Which,
That's
who
the-
knows?
The
They
scenario
may-
after this.
Who knows what that's going to look
Well,
like?
there's a ton of different. I mean, like Wrecking Crew is crazy, so I'm curious to see how they handle that.
Very interesting challenge. I'm excited about expert mode, too.
I feel like expert mode's going to be crazy.
It's going to be hard.
I assume that's the case.
This was surprisingly, like in one moment, it could have turned real bad.
I feel like it seems like they're designing these in such a way that standard mode is maybe like, I don't know, if I had to put odds on how often people beat it, maybe like 70%. Mm-hmm. And then expert mode is kind of the flip, which is like you only win 20, 30%, which is, I think, one lesson they really took from something like Lord of the Rings, where I remember that third scenario in the Lord of the Rings core set was just impossible with the core set. Do you remember that?
I do remember
It's like you get to the third story and it's like you
hard.
literally just can't beat it. I mean, you try for months and it's like, and then it takes like 8 expansions before you can actually get past that stage. But I think in a game like this where they make the decks way more easy, like way more accessible, easier to get into, having scenarios, I also picture playing this with like my nephew. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to have to like tell him how to play so that we can actually win sometimes.
It's very true.
So I think that I'm curious to see what he looks like on expert mode. And we mentioned it. Go ahead.
This is just one of the scenarios, right? Isn't there multiple in the pack?
Yes.
Right?
I think there's 2 in the pack. So this
Very
is just
cool.
like stage 1. So we mentioned at the top, before we get out of here, I want to mention it again. We do not know when this is coming out. We expect it to be at any point in the very near future. I'm kind of expecting within the next month at the latest.
It must be out within the next month.
That would be my
People thought it was
assumption.
going to be out on release day.
Well, that was just crazy. We all know that was
So
crazy.
it must at least be like in the Dream Stream in some
The Dream
capacity.
Stream. So wherever you're getting it, whether it's from us or wherever else, now is kind of the time to lock that in. If you want, you can sign up for a subscription through us, automatically get it. You don't have to prepay or follow release schedules or whatever. We have Scenario Pack subscription specifically for things like Green Goblin and Wrecking Crew, Hero Pack subscription for things like Captain America, Ms. Marvel, and Thor, and then campaign expansions subscriptions for whatever that ends up being.
Yeah,
We don't know yet.
We'll see what it is. Let's go to the chat to close this out here. I feel like there's probably a lot of comments about, no, it's a hero action. Anything? Can you scroll up? Can you scroll? I saw my name in all caps, so somebody's yelling at me for sure. Do you know how to scroll on that thing?
It's taking its sweet time. I don't know. Do you know how to take hero actions on your hero turn?
Boom.
It's not scrolling.
All right, it's not scrolling.
I see
Impossible.
Steven in caps.
Ryan.
Steven automatically assumes it was Zach.
So things that I need to do better next game, I need to be using rechannel more often. That's the whole idea, and I just wasn't using it.
You're just ignoring it.
Forgot
Yeah,
it.
great.
Because it's so tiny in these little promo cards.
Yeah. Oh, the
not-
full bleeds. I forgot we were
Yeah,
using
I'm
those.
not a
I just
pro.
happened to make it happen.
And we'll probably be ready. What do you got? What's the comment?
Grant Whitesell.
Grant Whitesell, what does he say?
Mine's saying nothing.
Oh, he's asking if what nights
Locally?
champions at the store. Yeah.
What night's locally?
Thursday night is Champions Night. So there's already a lot of people talking about coming. I'm planning on being there for most of those. I won't be there this week because I'm going to Keyforge on Friday.
All right on.
Yep. But
can choose.
Thursday night, it was awesome. This weekend, there were so many people playing the game from different communities. That was one of the cool things. It was just like people that I used to play Thrones with, or used to play Netrunner with, or used to play Star Wars LCG with, or X-Wing, all playing the same game.
Very cool.
Super awesome.
Very cool. All right, well, let's come back in on expert mode. We expect everybody who's currently on the stream to join us again in about 5 minutes, and we will see you there. Until we do, keep playing.
Or just keep sitting.